Both these sides have met on numerous occasions throughout Kings of the Sevens. Selkirk yet to taste victory. As Aaron McComb gets the final underway and quickly retreats back to his own area because it's barely went 5 metres. Mere seconds into this game, and maybe some early signs of some suitor jitters. The Stingle links up with Patterson, he gives him the ball back, who then rifles the ball into the path of Angus Roberts, who's then brought down by Welsh, who does well to wrap his arms round. The counter ruck comes on as well from Welsh, who gets back well, but Patterson grabs the ball. He's somehow able to get a free arm in between the two bodies and offload it back into a Kelso hand. Robson gathers and then trucks it forward. He's been gathered there and marshalled by Cook and Welsh, but the referee has signalled that there's a penalty in there, so Patterson looks to go quickly. He tells Stingle and Robson just to wait on the touchline, and he wants to do that because he notices some space there. So Stingle gives it back to Frankie Robson. Robson gives it to Patterson, and Patterson's going to get the first try of the final. Good awareness, good build-up, good patience from the Poynter Park side, and Patterson gets his 4th try of the tournament. But it's good start. It's a good start for the recently crowned Kings of the Sevens champions.
Yeah, and they don't look like they've cracked open the champagne just yet, Dale, because that was a well-worked try, and Patterson, big players, big moments, and he crosses first in this final. He's really grown into this tournament, and he's been one of the better players on show this afternoon.
And it was a physical start to the final. And the conversion attempt is currently underway from Patterson, blobbing in front of the uprights, and it's successful, but it was attritional from the likes of Robson and Roberts as well, working upfield, but it was effective from Kelso, Matty.
Kelso are playing with confidence, and Dwayne Patterson's just there for the offload by Frankie Robson, a couple of big carries by him, and Kelso are a physical 7, so Selkirk will just have to see how they can deal with that and how they overcome it.
Patterson will take the restart again, right-footed kick. He also is not able to get this 10 metres, and they're letting this bounce. It just bobbles off the chest of Barber, so like for like here at Philippock, it's a 7-point start for Kelso, but they get play back underway and give the free kick towards Selkirk, so McComb takes it quickly, gives it to Nixon. He points to a little gap and then tries to go round the inside of Borthwick, who then wraps his big rangy arms round the experienced Selkirk player, and then Cottrell centre field. He's going to be an important player in this final. He offloads to Cook, who does well to palm at the ball and gather, and now the Selkirk players flood forward, and one of those players is Aaron McComb, who's almost made a meal of this attempt, but is able just to swat off the attempted tackle from Dwayne Patterson. It was a stiff arm in the face of the Kelso playmaker, and the Selkirk number 4 is able to reply straight away, and it comes from a kickoff.
Again, Selkirk just showing a bit of rugby IQ there, picking off soft Kelso defenders, and Aaron McComb, again, these kind of players who have got that bit extra quality, stand up in big ties, and he's just kind of shrugged off Dwayne Patterson there. Dwayne will be a bit disappointed not to get the tackle in, but Selkirk back in the tie and converts it.
Third time lucky for these two sides to see if it can go 10 metres. He goes back towards the stand side, and then he puts a little bit more weight through this one. It's down the throat of Roberts, who does well to gather in the number 2 jersey for Kelso. He breaks free through a couple of challenges and then offloads to Patterson, but the referee has signalled that just drifted forward. A grimace on the face of Angus Roberts, and a slight grimace on Patterson as well. Good opportunity for Kelso.
It was. I think it was flat for here, but referee's obviously in line with it. Could see the touchline were a bit disappointed, Kev, and Muzz Hasty getting a wee bit animated there, but gives Selkirk a platform here, and Cottrell's looked dangerous all day. I'd like to see what he can do in front of Archie Barber here.
Scrum down, rolled in, hacked back, gathered by Lachlan Ferguson. He just angles his run forward. McComb is there in the acute line as support. He's been forced to the ground there by Thompson, but Selkirk do arrive back with the ball in their hands, and Cottrell is then going round Barber. Matty Douglas wanted to see what Cottrell could do up against Barber, and that is exactly what he can do. He just stands up his opposite man and dances his way towards the try line and dots it down, and it's advantage Selkirk now.
Oh, it certainly is. That was nigh on identical to a try I recall from last Sunday's final. The Old Stars at Earlston, James Johnson, with some ankle breaking footwork, absolutely flummoxed the defence and run it in from a similar distance. That's absolutely class.
Difficult in a sevens environment in that defensive line. You're so exposed.
I agree with Robin, just a quality bit individual play there by Cottrell, and in finals team-wise, you're pretty good if you've got cohesion, but you need that bit of spark and that bit for individuals, and we saw that for Cotterill there.
McComb gets play back underway, 14 points to 7. The hosts currently lead, and it's been gathered in. Blake Cullen is now racing his way towards the corner. He's got a little bit of company there, but they're going to get another score straight from the restart. Selkirk fortuitous with the bounce of the ball that came back from a Kelso hand. They're able to gather, and Blake Cullen shows his pace and extends the advantage here for Selkirk.
Yeah, I've been really impressed by Cullen this afternoon. He's really stepped up. They're missing a few Selkirk, let's not forget. The likes of Callum Anderson, the likes of Finlay Whelans, but yeah, the youngster in the ranks on the wing, 5th try of the afternoon, and that gives Selkirk a bit of daylight in this final. Conversion
attempt coming up from Adam McComb out wide. This is going to be a big kick here in the context of this closely contested final, and it's accurate as well from the 5 metre line, and he's able just to get it over the uprights, and that is an all-important time to score. A try from Blake Cullen just on the stroke of half time gives Selkirk a 21 points to 7 advantage. And just a reminder that Selkirk have played Kelso 4 times this season and lost every single one. So can they win when it matters? They've got a good advantage going into the second half, Matty.
They have, and probably saw at the start 2 poor kicks, but that try came off Aaron McComb's kick-off. Josh Welsh, big tall figure there, gets the ball back, and Selkirk just a bit hunger there, and Kelso probably a bit shell-shocked. The whole tournament, everyone's went their way defensively as well, but Selkirk they've stepped up there, and Blake Cullen with a quality finish, and it'd be interesting to hear what Maz Hasty and Kev have got to say. They're riding that high of winning the Kings, but at the end of the day there's a trophy up for grabs today, and it'll be interesting to see how they overcome this 14-point deficit.
Second half underway here, and it's been gathered by Josh Welsh off the kick-off, and he's now racing his way towards that Kelso try line. And we're starting off the second half with a Selkirk score, and it is a score that provides further daylight between these two sides, and it is not the reaction that the Kelso coaching staff would have wanted. But the Josh Welsh try takes the score to Selkirk 26, Kelso 7.
Big players again, Dale, district players, ex-Super Series players, the Cottrells, the Josh Welshes, the Aaron McCombs, all crossing the whitewash in this tie, and that's exactly what you want from your key men in a final, all stepping up.
Conversion attempt successful as well. McComb gets a restart, and it's been gathered, and it's Roberts now who's like chasing away, and he's able to palm off Lachlan Ferguson as well. He's angling his run back in field, he brushes off McComb. Cottrell's there, attacked his support. Frankie Robson not able to get there quick enough. Russell Kerr or Gala Colours is there for Kelso now. Robson through the hands, he's able to give it to Tweedy. Tweedy gives it to Patterson. Patterson has now got the ball tucked under his right arm and goes over the try line, tries to get closer towards the sticks but not able to, and gets the ball down, and Kelso reply, take the score to 12. It's still a bit of a mountain to climb for this Kelso side. It's 28 points to Selkirk, Kelso 12. But it's a good reaction, good break from Angus Roberts as well from deep inside his own half.
It is, and Kelso needed that. You know, you could see Kev and Muzz trying to get some messages on after that last score, and Angus Roberts, he's just took the outside. I think it was Lachlan Ferguson he got round, and now Kelso back in the tie. They need the other score, and it makes it interesting.
And certainly these two sides are not making it easy to try and pick out who's been the most important cog in the wheel this afternoon and early evening here at Philiphaugh. We've got a player of the tournament to crown, and Patterson gets the ball through the hands to Archie Barber. He's trying to take on Cullen, and then Ferguson offloads the ball to William Tweedy. Then Thompson, he's got some support outside, but he opts to just duck and go himself. The supporting player is there, ready to take the ball forward. It's Cammy Thompson. He's then given the ball to James Thompson. Penalty goes away, Kelso. Patterson's running that acute line, but James Thompson wants to go it alone. And Kelso players are there, but the Selkirk are countering against that, and I think this potentially could be a yellow card. It's coming on for Ross Nixon. He was always going to be short odds for a yellow card at some point if there was one going to be flashed in this fixture. But Kelso now got the man advantage in the shadow of the Selkirk uprights. Patterson takes the penalty there, link up from Thompson finds Barber weaving his way out of traffic, finds Patterson again. Patterson launches the ball to Borthwick just angles in field, and he just crunches through the challenge of Cook and Anderson, and then gets over the line. He rolls the ball away as well, but it's a try for Kelso, and slowly but surely they're eating away at this advantage.
They are, and that was all power from a massive unit, big athletic specimen. And yeah, Kelso are a man of the good here as well. 28-17 the kick to come, and they're back in this tie. It's just a question now, it's all about the clock now.
Conversion attempt successful, so 19 points to 28, Kelso trail. It's a delicate lead as Patterson gets play back underway, lumps it high. It's an awkward bouncing ball as well that is just bounced on the right side of this pitch. I'll probably play it to Selkirk's hand because there'll be no rush to get this line out.
No, the winner. Kind of looking at it, we've still got 2.5 minutes to play, 3 minutes, so there's plenty of time for Kelso to get back on level terms, but Selkirk will be trying to run this clock down, and probably another score takes this away for Kelso, so they'll see if they can go for deep in their 22.
Cottrell just puts the brakes on, then finds the gap, offloads back inside, and Lachlan Ferguson is waiting. They're a player who is perhaps just developing a little bit more confidence in his game in this Kings of the Sevens series. A player who has threatened to shine, who's somehow found times tough with injuries, as Welsh exploits a gap in that Kelso defensive line. The ball is now presented to either side, and Blake Cullen is making a fight of it on the ground. It's then been hacked forward. Borthwick picks the ball off the deck. He looks to offload. Ball in one hand. It's been scooped forward and perhaps a little bit too casual from the Tower and Kelso player, because he's knocked on, and it means Nixon can come back onto the field of play. Now both sides, 7 players each in this game. Scrum has been nudged back. It means it's going to be I can't tell if that's a penalty or a free kick from the lazy arm from the referee, but it's one of them. That has been taken quickly by Kelso. Kerr travels with the ball, gives it to Barber. Barber offloads back to Tweedy. Tweedy then is looking for his options, but he's got 3 Selkirk players for company, so Kerr has to retreat towards his 10-metre line. Ryan Cottrell perhaps riding a little bit high in the challenge, but does well to defend. So Patterson now angles and targets that dog leg in that Selkirk defence, but it's been well closed as Nixon is having to get back and try and defend here. Thompson, he links up with James Thompson now, who just charges towards the line. Aaron McComb acts as a little bit of a speed bump, but the ball is dotted down, and there's a try there. So 24 points to 28 now, Selkirk lead. Conversion to come, and we've still got time in this game.
There is. Selkirk have dropped off in this second half. Credit to Kelso, they're on their way back here. There's time to go, so we're interested to see if they can get this winning score.
First time I've ever seen a conversion that neither team have actually bothered about it at all, because it's a 5-point game. Well, it's a 4-point game. A try will win it. 28 points to 24. It's been gathered by Welsh off the restart, and he's going to go and scamper his way down the bank inside. He's been chased by William Tweedy, but this will be the try that will crown Selkirk Sevens victors for this season. The spectators and the fans punch the air. The ball's been launched away by Josh Welsh, but that is the try that wins the final for Selkirk. They exchange handshakes, and the players from the bench run onto the field of play, and it was a big moment in a big game for Josh Welsh, who could rise the highest amongst the melee of bodies to gather the ball and make his way down the bank inside and score. And it is Selkirk who are victorious, 33 points to 24, and what a victory that is for Selkirk.